Starting in January, the average monthly check for the nation's 53 million retired Social Security recipients will go up by 2.8%, or about $56. But the typical American, or with the typical American household now paying $208 more each month for goods and services, according to Moody's, is the Social Security benefit bump enough to keep up with the rising cost of living in this economy? Joining me now to break it all down is Investopedia editor-in-chief Caleb Silver. Caleb, is this increase enough for seniors to cover their expenses when it comes to inflation?
Yeah, for most of them, it's not. And the principal reason is inflation, but specifically inflation around healthcare. And we know that premiums for Medicare are going to be going up in the new year as well. So any increase here, this $56 a month on average, pretty much going to be swallowed up by the fact that we're going to have increased premiums, especially for Part B Medicare, and that is the doctor visits, the lab tests, et cetera. So not enough, sadly, for millions of Americans who rely on their Social Security checks every month.
You touched on it a bit there. Seniors are expected to face a rising Medicare premium next year. So what can seniors do on a fixed income to prepare for that?
Yeah, well, we know that healthcare costs continue to rise, but all costs continue to rise. But since healthcare is starting to become 13 to 14% of spend for seniors, they have to think about where the rest of their money is going. And if they're going to have to spend more on Medicare premiums, Medicare Part D, if those drug prices go up, and we know there's going to be even fewer drugs on that Medicare D program, they're going to have to make cuts in other areas or boost their income, because the fact is prices just continue to rise, especially in the areas where they need it most. These are the needs, not the wants, for so many seniors, millions of them.
So big picture here, what are the risks to the overall economy if seniors can't keep up with the cost of living and younger generations have to help sort of shoulder those costs?
Yeah, well, it's just that. It's the fact that there's going to be a financial burden on the backs of younger generations, whether it's supporting parents, older parents, or whether it's a form of social assistance that might be coming down the road. But we know that the poverty rate for seniors has risen in the last couple of years, and part of that reason is because of rising prices and the fact that so many of them are on a fixed income right now. So we got about a 14-15% poverty rate for seniors. Seeing that go up could be very dangerous for the economy and also very sad.
I'm curious, what's your advice or some strategies you think seniors can use to budget effectively in the new year?
Yeah, well, actually determining what it costs to be you. And we always say to do that in financial planning. What does it actually cost to be you on a month-to-month basis? Make sure you're covered for that, and you can cover any emergencies if they pop up. Sounds easy, not so easy to do, but that means looking very closely at what your spend is, where you're spending, and deciding what doesn't matter as much anymore, but also figuring out how much or different ways you can boost income if you have it, or find ways to make your money last a little bit longer. But also preventative care is going to be very big. We're living longer, right? We're requiring more medical care. The more preventative care we can do, the better off we'll be in the long run when it comes to financing our own personal health care.
Caleb Silver, thank you for your time.